the real estate show. We've come to sell DR.
Am I still on? A little bit of current events, a little bit of news about what's happening. So buckle up and welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. So we've been putting out some fake live videos lately, including something like this. And this is Play Chiquita. Hashtag it's better here. No apostrophe. It's better here. The apostrophe screws up your hashtag. So if you go IT apostrophe S, all you get is IT. Hashtag it. So hashtag it's better here. Specifically Sosua. This is Playa Chiquita Beach. We had a cold front move through for a couple of weeks. We're pretty chilly up in here, and we're back to normal now. Pretty much low 80s every day, and lots of sun. So welcome aboard. I'm going to hit this. This is my current. In the comments, you'll see a link. I think this is for the live video for all my, or no, this is a playlist. It's an unlisted playlist, but with this link you can see it, and it's pretty much all my current listings of people that want to sell now. Again, they're not testing the market. They're not seeing, how much they can get. They want to sell. I'll just check and see. News. Okay, so my titles are good. We are on all the channels. So we have a couple channels. My big channel on YouTube, it used to be former political talk show. And then Buying Dominican Republic. And then at Jim Fannin on, sorry about the ads. The channel is monetized. It doesn't make much money, but you got to put up with some of the ads. So in this playlist, you see videos like this one, like this one. I think there's 28 videos, so 28 hot properties that need to be sold now. So check that out. It's in the comments. And then there's a live channel. It's a live video as well. It pretty much just plays this over and over. Let's see, was this one live? Yeah, streamed. So similarly, if you want to watch it non-stop as it was broadcast live, you can see it here. My name is Jim Fannin. Started this channel a few years ago, and it's done pretty well. We're up to about 10,000 subs. And what do we got for views? Does it tell me here how many views? Joined December 3rd, 2021. And yeah, 1.578 million views. 1,899 videos, 10,000. Well, I'm very close to breaking 11,000. So if you haven't come on over here, then why don't you do that and give me a little, give me a sub. Okay. If you if you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see that the Jim Fannin Show is comedy, free speech, and politics. So you can't take all my videos literally, and I don't do videos like this very often. But this one's getting some reaction on TikTok.
Mi hermano, ¿qué lo que? ¿Todo bien? Mucho gusto.
Me opining about getting pulled over by the police the other day, and some of the locals are telling me how disrespect. Dude, it's comedy, dude. No disrespect intended, okay? Settle down. Holy mackerel. Awesome. There's Ricky Winters. Richard Winter. Maybe for you that haven't seen it, because this isn't a breaking video on YouTube right now. It will be later. I'll just give you a little taste of what I think is funny.
I pretended like I'm right on Pedro Clisante, so I just pretended I didn't see them, and I drove on by, even though they were trying to walk out in the middle of the road to get my attention. And then, just when I thought I was getting away, a big truck stopped in front of me and turned left, which stopped me from proceeding down the road to shake the popo. Well, they ran up behind me, filming my plate and yelling and saying, and then they walk up and they go, blah, 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 blah. And I answered them in Spanish. They go, oh, hablas español. I go, poco, no mucho. You ran a red light, and the sticker's out on your car, and then where's your insurance? Where's your driver's license? Oh, I got a license. I give them my license. What the? Hey, hello? So I said, fine, write me up a ticket. I got no, I don't have a lot of time. And so he comes back, he says, no ticket. I go, regalo? Gift? He goes, they point with their lips, eh? And so I give him 500 pesos. And I got on my way. And I feel good about my life. I feel, Unidad 33. Mi hermano, ¿qué lo que? ¿Todo bien? Mucho gusto. So, in Canada, I would never run away from that, like try and blow a cop trying to stop you or something like that. In this country, we just say, I don't know, I no entiendo. And what? Now, my heart is not even racing at all. I mean, as soon as I see the lights in Canada, I'm like, I need a diaper. Like, my heart is going through my chest, right? Not in this country. I buy them lunch, and guess what? I'm on my way. And my blood pressure didn't rise at all. My pulse has not raised a bit. I don't know if you can hear this, but whatever. I just got pulled over by the cops.
I don't listen to my... I don't go back and listen to my content very often. But it was that a bad choice of words saying I don't try and blow cops for running past them. I think you blow past them, settle down. Anyway, some of the comments are interesting here. There's Richard. Awesome, right on Jimmy. I got dinged coming back from Samana. Jim, 3,000 pesos on the spot. Victor German Norman. Haha. Stopping is optional. I mean, I would not recommend. Come on, it's comedy, okay? It's funny. Stop getting so bent. How come I don't have a display with my camera? I came out here originally earlier. I had my iPhone plugged into my computer, and I think it was linked. I think it was hotspotting, and I couldn't. I didn't have good network connection, so I had to abort and come back. Where is my camera display? Okay, how about this one? This is better. Okay, we gotta. Jeepers creepers! Like, you'd think I could at least pretend that I knew what I was doing out here. 500 pesos is way too much. Got me today. Smallest bill I had was 2,000, so they had a good day. I paid 100 pesos, and they were happy. Very disrespectful. Okay, no disrespect intended. I had one guy threaten me. He said, "I've downloaded your video, and if I see anything more like this, I will make it my life's mission to make sure you're uncomfortable." Ooh, okay, thanks for coming by. So, in America, that would have ticketed you 500 USD and raised your insurance. Now, I'm legal. I have my papers and my insurance, and so they got me for running a red light. Apparently, I'm like, I don't run red lights. The joke is that when you're sitting at a red light and there's no traffic around, they'll honk at you, and that means go. There's no one around. And the joke is that even the police will honk at you if you're sitting at a red light and no one's moving. Even the cops will honk at you. It's a joke, okay? It's a meme. It's a troll. Don't be so sensitive. They need money. You know, I don't have any problem tipping, even if it's on the side of the road, for the police. It's not like North America, okay? Police don't take money in North America. In this country, you can buy them lunch. And it makes me feel good. And I don't get upset. I don't get my heart rate up, and I don't get like stressed out when I get pulled over in this country. It's just different here. It's not a lack of respect. It's just different. They need money. Government pay to give them 1,000 pesos, 2,000 a little high, but okay, 500, not even $10. So don't be so cheap, 1,000 peso. Mil is 1,000. Right price, yes. You know there was probably two people, and you give them a whole 500 face. What a nice fellow you are. I like the positive comments. Not so big on the guys that are making threats. Mac Rich, what up? These are, again, YouTube comments. I don't have a huge YouTube or TikTok presence. It's a small channel, and I think I've got 4,000 views on this or whatever. It's uncommon. I mean, I've hit 1 million here and there for viral videos once in a while, but for the most part, my channel's small and I get very few views. So this one kind of took off a little bit. I live out here too, and I always do the same thing. Thanks, Mac Rich. How did you learn such good Spanish? When I go and I ask for capitals, and they say, and I say, oh, lo siento, capital. It's all about the accent. So, I'm like, why am I saying capital? Why don't I just say the gringo version of capital? Well, because they don't understand that. And I think that's disrespectful. If you don't learn the affects and the accents, then you just sound like a gringo, like a robot. Funny AF, love it. Thank you, EJMC. And normally I don't come out and read the comments either, because why? Well, Sammy's back. What up, Sammy? So we should bring you on live. That's funny. I had the same several years ago. One headlight was not working. Bought the policeman a Presidente Cerveza. Jumbo, 200 pesos, and off I went my way. I didn't translate all these. This guy's calling me a boss. Me don. So if you don't have my address on TikTok, then please head on over here and give us a sub or a follow or whatever it is. Sammy's got some new stuff coming up. I've interviewed him a couple times live, and we did an off-color show. Not a really off-color show, but like a non-Dominican Republic show where we were kind of just BSing each other and kind of being a couple guys. Sometimes I need to blow off some steam because I don't do politics down here. And I'm not doing the funny stuff. What's this guy? Some people praise white like black in the 1800s on top of being corrupted. If you were firm enough, you wouldn't have to pay anything, and they wouldn't do ish. I think ish is how you say sheesh without swearing. So thank you for the comments that have come in. I find them relatively amusing. Oh, well, now I have been playing around with AI. I'm not very good at it, and either is AI, apparently. AI, can you get the Dominican flag right at least? No. So tell me what you think. You know, I always take the lazy route, you know, because, you know, I want to get timely news out, but I don't want to have to do like a live show like this. And so with CapCut, I put it in a script. I try to give a good prompts and instructions on, you know, how I want the video to look and sound. But then they come out like this. And I haven't released these because it's embarrassing. But it's embarrassing because the AI it's not that great. But I want to get the current news out. So this is one I put up. This is my second attempt at it, or actually my third attempt at an AI video.
The Dominican Republic continues to showcase strong economic performance and resilience as one of the leading economies in the Caribbean and Latin America. Economic highlights the country has maintained robust fundamentals, with steady growth over recent decades averaging around 5% annually in many periods. Following a slowdown in late 2024 and early 2025 due to global uncertainties, projections point to an acceleration. Real GDP growth is forecasted at 4.5% for 2026 by the IMF and other sources, returning toward its long-term trend of about 5%. This is supported by resilient remittances, private investment, and recovering sectors.
See what I mean? Maybe it's not as obvious on that video as it would be on this one. Google just announced like a main communication hub. It's going to go to, I don't know, Carolina or something. It would make sense that it would go off Florida somewhere. But in addition to the submarine cable that they're going to lay in the 150 kilometers from the east coast of Dominican Republic to the west coast of Puerto Rico, they're putting a 700 megawatt cable on the seafloor bed, which will share electricity between the two countries and make, especially Puerto Rico, a little bit more reliable when it comes to electricity service. So in addition to that, they've announced this communication hub as well. So I tried to get a video to communicate this without me actually coming out here, and it's like it's a minute 48. So One day I'll be able to afford to pay someone to do my social media, but for now, I've got a guy that SEOs my YouTube content and helps me, with SEO on the website and the channels that I use. But content is king, and you need to keep getting this stuff out, even if it sucks. And I mean, like, what is this number here? 2017. And just look at all the mistakes that CapCut makes in this video. And I guess, like I said, content is king. Just get it out. Get it out with all the mistakes in
Google
there.
recently announced a major investment in the Dominican Republic on February 19th, 2026, alongside President Luis Abinadar. The investment amount is approximately $500 million US. The main project is the construction of an international digital exchange.
Now, I assume that this communication hub isn't going to look exactly like this, because this says digital exchange hools, HOULS. That's not a hub. Okay, but this is, again, AI, it's taking liberties.
Exchange hub. This will be Google's 8th such facility worldwide.
This will be Google. Hey, hello, AI. I know you're not listening. This is Africa. Okay, this is the continent of Africa. Am I pointing? Yeah, this is the Dominican Republic over here. This different continent. Jeepers.
And the first in Latin America. Infrastructure components include a state-of-the-art facility over 7,000 square meters for data flow and processing. It will focus on high-capacity connectivity. A new submarine cable ring will directly link the Dominican Republic to the continental United States, connecting to Google Cloud regions in South Carolina and Virginia. The first phase includes installing 2 new submarine cables. The purpose is to position the Dominican Republic as a
Okay, bro, what up with the flag? This is not, I was going to say my flag. This is not the, I don't get it. Like, how specific do you need to be when you give the prompts to AI on what you want delivered?
strategic regional hub for AI data exchange and innovation. It will strengthen international connectivity,
I like the images.
cloud services,
They're cool.
and
I
the
just
overall
need them
digital
to be
ecosystem,
accurate.
facilitating faster, more reliable data exchange for AI, cloud computing, and other tech advancements. Expected to generate specialized jobs, boost the digital economy, and attract related industries. Construction begins in March 2026, with completion
March 2026, but this is March 2016. And I don't see, it says it's going to be completed on a year later. I don't know. It sounds...
and operation starting in early 2027. President Luis
starting in
Abinadar signed
2027.
Decree 113 to
Operations
26,
starting.
declaring the project a high national
get it.
priority. Google representatives Brian Quigley and Christian Ramos highlighted the AI connectivity focus.
This doesn't look like Brian Quigley and Christine Ramos, does it?
This marks a significant
And isn't this the Puerto Rico flag? I know for sure it's not the Dominican flag. So what the hell is it doing in my video?
milestone for the Dominican Republic as the first Latin American country to host such a Google Digital Exchange facility, signaling strong
Great
confidence
news.
in its
And-
business climate and
Again, this might be Latin America, but this is not the Dominican Republic. Hola. Yeah, I guess these are Latin American countries, but am I like being too much of a perfectionist here?
potential as a tech hub in the Caribbean and Americas. The announcement has been widely covered in
Oh, God bless me. A little bit of an allergy fit going on here. What? What is this verbiage?
Dominican and international media,
Anyway,
with positive framing
I may
around
release
economic
this later.
growth and AI readiness.
I may release this later,
Hello.
but it's
What's
kind
your
of
name?
I
I'm
find it
Amy.
to be kind of embarrassing, like how many mistakes they've made. So, but I'm taking a shot at getting my AI game up a little bit. Congratulations to the Olympic men's hockey team for winning gold. I I'm not used to cheering for another country. If you happen to be sitting beside me at George's when I went down to watch the game the other day, you will know that I was keen about the elbows up crowd getting beat. And again, who's more insufferable as a winner? Canadians or Americans? Well, my take is that the Canadians are less or more insufferable. So, congratulations. You made my day. I'm glad that Canada won silver, and I'm glad that the U.S. got gold, because I just can't deal. So, and Mexico, I've been telling you that Mexico is not the best place to live. If you're looking for a place to put your money, then I would suggest that maybe Dominican Republic should be your first choice to try and check out what might be a good place for you to live. Not one run by drug cartels. And Mexico is burning right now. It's kind of, there's a lot of hype and a lot of exaggeration and sensationalism on the ground right now, but yeah, the shit's going off, and I maintain that you are safer, so is your money. Your real estate investments are safer in Dominican Republic than Panama, Colombia, Mexico, Costa Rica. I'm a little biased because I live here, but Mexico's going off right now. It's not a good feel. I've heard cancellation of flights, the closing of airports, burning cars in the streets, lockdowns at resorts and hotels, and this isn't a huge surprise to me, but you might have missed the shows where I said, no, not Mexico. Mexico travel advisories of flights to Mexico being canceled. Flights are being canceled in some parts of Mexico as shelter-in-place warnings remain in effect in more than a dozen of states. In more than a dozen of states. Okay. Lost in translation. The U.S. Embassy issued a security alert on February 22nd, advising U.S. citizens to shelter in place until further notice due to ongoing security operations and related road blockages and criminal activity in more than a dozen states. Puerto Vallarta, International Airport on X said Sunday all international and most national flights were canceled, while other airlines announced some cancellations in Mexico. The U.S. alert is for the states of Jalisco, Guadalajara, former cities of Guadalajara, Chapala, and Puerto Vallarta. And the state of... Sunday evening alert reported trouble and had expanded to various cities in at least 15 states. Again, who knows what the most reliable source of news is, but if you want to check this source, and again, I don't speak for the sources or their reliability or accuracy, but this, in the comments section, you'll see a link, because I don't have links in the show description today. So there was really nothing. There's no script here or plan or whatever. I'll be coming out recently because I've had some transmission speed issues, and so I just want to make sure that my lives are going out with a green light, which is what we have now. Okay, what else we got here? Jamie Gruber's like on fire. His channel's like balling. Google announces, this is Dominican Today, an article about what we just talked about the digital exchange hub. If you want to check that out, go there. Oh, we got this coming up. So tomorrow I'm going to have this property featured and isolated a little bit as far as like what is it. Villa Azul, a luxury beachfront private villa located in Cabarete, Dominican Republic, specifically situated between Kite Beach and Playa Encuentro. It's designed to operate as a private resort specializing in large group stays for weddings, family reunions, corporate retreats, and bachelor parties. Capacity 30 to 40 guests. Damn. 14 private rooms. Facilities include a swimming pool, outdoor whirlpool jacuzzi, an on-site bar and restaurant, and a private beach cabana overlooking the Atlantic Ocean. Services offered: 24-hour concierge, on-site staff, including a manager and chef. So you can rent this villa out for 30 of your closest friends. And I'm going to have some video on it. Probably tomorrow. We'll see how quickly I can get it out. Let's see if we can give you some pictures. I'm excited about this, and I'm not going to ruin the surprise. I'll bring on Sam Hanna in to talk more about it. But tomorrow we're going to have some video and some drone footage of this property where you can bring a whole group of people for a retreat, an executive retreat. Oh, there's some good drone footage of it. Like I said, I'll bring Sam in to give you a little bit more information on what's going on. Sam, he's got a gala event coming up in March for a school in Cabarete that he's working with in conjunction with his project for sale. He's got 8 units for sale. Well, 1 unit now, but an 8-unit building in Gaspar Hernandez. And every sale that he makes on the condos, he's putting a girl through school, a college scholarship for 1 girl. So he's got 3 girls in school already that he sponsored with the scholarship, and it's going well. And he's got another one, at least another one, because he still has that studio available for $129,000. If you're looking to get into a really nice unit that's brand new for under $150,000, which is a great price point, he's asking $129,000. We'll take your cash. I say we. I don't have anything to do with the project other than helping my buddy promote it. But yes, we like cash in full. But if you want to finance half of it at 7% over 5 years, we got you. And a teenage girl will get a free ride to college. And they're screened properly. He's got a girl in law school right now, a girl at chef school, and a girl at what's the other one, Sammy? Are you still with me? Comment in a sec. So Villa Azul coming up tomorrow. I'll have a little bit more footage of that. Looking forward to that. We already gave you the TikTok. Oh, a 5K race organized by Hard Rock Cafe it's in Sosua, but it's called Hard Rock Cafe Puerto Plata. Boring. I don't know why I got that up there. It was just one of the main stories. So if you want to read more about that, you can go there. Sosua bringing in fines for litter bugs. Are they going to fine their own citizens? Because I always put my garbage in the car or in the garbage can if I'm not. I'm not a big fan of littering, but Sosua's going through some changes right now, and it's not all bad. And the Dominican Republic as a whole is doing pretty well. It continues to solidify its position as one of the world's most sought-after tourist destinations. And it leads Latin America with record-breaking visitor numbers. And obviously they're coming for the beaches, the all-inclusive resorts, the cultural richness, adventure options, and the infrastructure is improving as well. There's something about the culture of this country that I'm really high on. It's just different. You know, people smile at you, they say hello. I mean, they're not kicking their teddy bear down the hall constantly. I mean, when you look at people in this country and they got a big grin on their face, you think they're almost laughing at you. And you kind of, what's this guy so damn happy about? This is just the way it is. For the most part, I don't care the locals, whether they're Dominican or Haitian, just beautiful people that are always happy to help. And if you get bent, if you get stranded on the side of the road or whatever, these locals are the first people to pull over and help. So I got a lot of respect and a lot of time for my hosts. I'm a guest in this country. I've been for a while now, and I'm just so absolutely grateful for the people that I see every day, whether you know them or not. Just, you know, their availability, their kindness, and their willingness to help. It's a different vibe all the way around. So I would recommend, if you have a little bit of equity, maybe you want to consider cashing some of it in and putting $100K down here. You can buy a nice one-bedroom condo in a good complex like Caribe Campo here, where it's close to the action but still close to the beach and close to all the amenities, but private and quiet. And I mean, safety's so overrated here. I thought that this country was going to be, you know, a little bit that I'd have to be on my toes all the time to be safe, and I haven't been. Like, I'm 6'4", 220, so not a lot of people, you know, see me as a target because I'm a big guy, but maybe it's different if I'm, you know, a beautiful white-skinned blonde girl. Maybe I get a little bit more attention, but, well, certainly I would. But, I mean, when I came here, I thought, wow, I'm moving to a violent country. I've seen none of that. We had a couple shootings since I've been here. It's all gang-on-gang violence. If you don't play around, you're fine in this country. So, anyway, it's an old wives' tale, an urban legend that Dominican Republic's a violent country. Corruption. Oh, yeah, okay. And I'm not getting what this is all about. I mean, the government has made a deal with the vendors on Sosua Beach to buy them out and tear down some casitas in making way for a new way. This is the new way up here. This is the old way. I guess they think having the vendors up the hill there and giving them all the same space and overlooking the beach and, you know, reliable running water and electricity is, you know, as reliable as electricity can be in this country. This is the new way up here. This is the old way. But last week, I've got clients in town, and they said, well, what's up with the beach, bro? Like, they kicked everyone off the beach, and they're taking down some casitas. Why? This is a low season thing. You've already, like, blew the budget on bad PR by the first time you went down there. And I think they took 30 down the first time they went down, closed the beach, tore down some casitas, and then just left. But last week, they were in there again. And again, I don't get into politics in this country. It's not my business. It's not my country. It's, you know, it's, you know, I want to be respectful. I'm not rolling around going, tyranny, the government. No. It's, I take it as it comes in this country. But I wonder why. It's high season. So why are you taking like a Friday out of the schedule, closing the beach to do your renovations, quote unquote? I don't get it. But they were back down there to take 5 casitas down. Well, I don't get it. They demolished 5 commercial establishments on the beach of Sosua, triggering protests and heightening tensions between merchants, artisans, and authorities involved in tourist area reorganization project. This action followed the refusal of several beach hut owners to vacate their spaces as part of an ongoing redevelopment plan. Authorities said the affected vendors declined to sign the relocation agreements for new commercial premises built under the new project. Since early morning, the area has remained under heavy scrutiny while demolition work was carried out using heavy machinery. Why? It's bad for business. I don't get it. But they were down there this week again. That's it. I'm out. What do we got? 42 minutes? I think that's about all I got in me at this point. So if you have any questions, or we didn't talk too much about real estate down here, if you're a buyer and you're ready to go and you're all cash, give me a call. Jim Fannin, 1-809-330-8926. You can call on the cell phone. You can text via SMS, or the best way to catch me is to go WhatsApp. That's how we do. All right? So, peace, love, hug your neighbor, and I am out.